Greetings, my name is RoboSparkle and welcome to ESA Winter 2019. You're about to watch the any% pre-patch version speedrun of Far Loan Sails by SoberCorewin. So if you enjoy post-apocalyptic sailboats, you've come to the right place.
Greetings, people. My name is SoberCorewin, or just Corwin, or just Sober, or whatever you want to prefer it. I'm gonna speedrun Far Loan Sails. It is a fairly new game, actually. I think it came out maybe a year ago or so, and it is quite one of the better games I have played. The music is amazing. The backgrounds, the graphics, even though it's just 2D, is just so good. If you haven't played this game, I would recommend you actually go and do that. So without further ado, I will start the timer. So the timer starts as soon as I move my character here now. So I will start the game or the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So you will see me jumping a lot, and that is because it goes faster. But first things first, this is a mailbox. We're gonna bring this with us, and if you bring this mailbox to the end, you get an achievement. However, we're not gonna do that, because in this house we're gonna do a glitch which allows us to skip this part, and we're gonna leave the mailbox, so no achievement for us, sadly. So right now we're just gonna keep jumping, because when you jump, when you're at the top of the jump, you get a small boost forward. And with that, we are going to get more momentum and having more speed. We're gonna use this not so much, because technically we will not control this character outside in the game world like this. It's mostly in the beginning, because we will soon get to the vehicle, which is kinda awesome. And of course I cannot talk about this category without mentioning the super speed boost, which is called. That is the glitch, one of the major glitches in this game, which is we're gonna do pretty much every 20 seconds. And it is frame perfect, almost. So this is the ship, by the way. We're just gonna start it up. And we are gonna glitch this ship a lot. And make it go super fast. So how this works is we have the engine button. And when the engine is, well, turned off, we can do a glitch. Let's see if I can get it right now. Yeah, we got it first try, yes! So, as you can see, we're going really fast right now. You're not supposed to go this fast. This will cause some issues with the weather, because we're going so fast, the game doesn't have time to transition over to the weather effects. We got the second one as well. So, the thing is, when the engine turns off and you turn it on again, the engine gets a number, and that number is 1, which gives us a small boost forward. Now, what's happened is, when it gets assigned this number 1 and I hit the steam, that number is not 1, that number is higher. And I keep getting these speed boosts. This is actually frame perfect frame perfect trick, so this is not easy to do. Now, I have skipped a lot of refueling stations, so I really need to get the next one. So I'm gonna play it a little bit safer now. So I'm just gonna hit the steam now as well. So I'm gonna go off the ship and get this one. Okay, okay now. Oh no, we dropped it, crap. I kinda need this one. Alright, and this is not the greatest, but it have to do. So in order to do the speed boost, I need to have a certain amount of steam as well, so I couldn't do it with that because I had too little steam. So I'm just gonna do some refueling. I am a little bit worried now. I didn't get as much fuel as I wanted, so in the beginning of the run... I got another one. So in the beginning of the run, you do need to be careful that you don't run out of fuel, because that would be really bad. And there are a few places we're gonna stop to pick up fuel on. Now, I did skip the first 3 ones. Now, I'm gonna go too fast to pick up this box, so we're gonna skip that one as well. Actually, we're getting too close to the sales module, so I'm not going to do another speed boost. There's one more thing in the beginning I need to be careful about, and that is so my engine doesn't take too much damage from bonking, which would be bad. Because if my engine breaks, my max speed will be limited, so we're gonna try to avoid that. So no fire, no fire, no fire. We got no fire, nice. Every time you bonk, you do have a small chance of getting fires on your ship. Now having a fire on your ship is, well, as you can imagine, really, really bad. Because it takes time to put it out. And... oh no, I left it too soon. Now, so far I'm having a really good run, by the way. So, in this run there are the big threes, as they are called. And the big three are the big three skips, which saves over a minute on a 1 hour game. And it's one of the very few places you can actually get it. And get the time save, that is. Now that's one of the more forced bonks you need to do. We can have two other of those. And if you check next to my fuel, right above here, that's how much health my engine has. If that goes under the marker there, we're gonna have a bad time. This is the first time I actually failed the speed boost, so this is the normal speed we're gonna have. This is like the amount of speed the game wants you to have. However, this is slow. We don't like this, so getting those speed boosts actually saves you a lot of time. Now, I am running a little bit low on fuel, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a safety pickup here in a moment. Just so I don't run out, that would be really bad. So you do want to be really fuel efficient, so this barrel here gives a full tank of gas. So, okay, now we are actually coming up to turbine, so I'm gonna not do another super speed boost. I'm just gonna go normal speed, because if I do a super speed boost, it's kinda difficult to stop once you have the speed. And if I'm going too fast, I'm gonna bonk into the turbine, and that's gonna injure or damage my my ship, and that would be bad. So I picked up an item here, this one, right here. This is a small item. This gives you, I think it's 33 or 25% of fuel. It's not much, but it's gonna be really important later, because this one we're gonna transform into a barrel. So I did a really good break here now. So this is our some fuel I can pick up, which is really good. And now we're gonna go and turn on the engine as soon as possible. Nice, so push it in fully. Alright, everything looks good so far. As I mentioned, I am a little bit worried about fuel. We did pick up just a little bit too little in the beginning. I should be fine, as long as I keep getting the boost. There we go. Because the game itself doesn't measure fuel consumption in the amount of distance you travel. It's how long the button is pushed in for the engine. So it doesn't matter how fast I'm going, it will always use up the same amount of fuel. So I'm not going to do another speed boost right now, because we are coming up to bridge. So I'm just going to stop right about now. Like a glove. There we go, that's perfect. So that wasn't a really bonk, because it didn't break anything at all, so no sparks or anything. So that was a perfect break, I'm just saying. It's mwah. So now I bring the small item I talked about earlier. So we're gonna put it into this generator here. Eat it. The generators in this game is working that you can pretty much put in whatever item you can. It doesn't matter, it will still activate. So instead of taking this barrel which is over there and putting it down, which the game kind of wants you to do, I bring a small item which is indeed only about 25% of fuel compared to a full tank of fuel. So this is just really fuel efficient. And right here I'm gonna wait a little while, because when you're falling you get a like a feather fall kind of thing going on, which is you're gonna travel slow forward and you're gonna fall slow down, which you don't want because you want to go in as fast as possible. So if I wait a little while, I can go to the ground faster, which means I can go into the vehicle much faster as well. Alright, then we are a little bit low on fuel, that's fine. And now we have the last force bunk is just gonna be up ahead over here at the gate, so we're gonna bust through this. And our engine is still intact, which is really good, so now we don't need to worry about that. I should have enough fuel, perhaps. Let's see how good my speed boosts are. Okay, now that wasn't the best, so we're just gonna go forward for a little while and just not do anything special right now. So if you have any donations, feel free to go in.
Actually, I would like to talk a bit about the other ESA events that will happen this year, because we don't only have this ESA Winter, we also have the larger marathon in summer, ESA Summer, which this year will be in July. Then there's also ESA November in, well, November obviously. But this year, ESA is also going to be making an appearance at TwitchCon Europe, which is going to happen in April, the 13th and the 14th. So if you like speedruns, then look forward to those.
Alright, so I have failed a little bit of these boosts, which kind of worries me a little bit when it comes to fuel, so I'm just gonna be a little bit on the safety side and grab this. Usually I don't grab these, but I do that now just for safety reasons. That's an important boost as well, because right now, that's the really important boost, because we are going to get into a place where we have wind against us, and our vehicle will just be really slow in speed. Our minimum or maximum speed is going to be going down. So getting speed boost right here is really good. Too bad. And if you check on top of the ship, you do see a flag waving around, and that means on which direction the wind is blowing. So as of right now, I don't want to have my sails out because the wind is in the wrong directions. Alright then, I failed that one. That one isn't too bad, because we do have a barrel and a box here we can actually bring. Oh no, I got stuck. Oh god, I got stuck on a small item, really. Okay, now, alright, we're just gonna skip that, okay? I'm just gonna push in the button again, because as we're going this slow and on this segment of the game, we are not getting enough steam for a boost. So, let's see if I can do this one. Too bad. Oh well, there are some boxes coming up as well that I could take with me as well, so it wasn't too bad, but it's kind of good to get the speed boost on this segment. Oh, you're right, I'm actually getting ahead of myself. We are getting into the lightning bolt. So this is a scripted event where it actually will break my engine. And that's bad, because now our max speed when you don't do the glitch with the boost is gonna be lower, which is kind of bad. So, but this is scripted, you cannot avoid this damage, so yeah. Another fail, oh well. So up ahead there are some boxes on the ground, I can go out and take these. Nice. So, also something I'm doing as well is, that is kind of difficult but looks really easy to do, is when I'm jumping, I'm actually dropping the item on the ground and tossing it forward a little bit. It's not as easy as it looks, and it's really important when you're refueling. Alright, so now we're gonna bring a box up here, because we're gonna do the same thing we did before. And now my vehicle is burning, which isn't the greatest, but so anyway, now I switched out a small item for a big item. So I tossed down a big item onto my ship, and now we are gonna go and take this barrel as well and put it over here and wait for I can reach this one. So this is like a tutorial for the repair station or the repair module. And now we're gonna listen for the bonk, There it is. If I press the button too soon, the repair module is gonna go down a little bit and then go up again, which is kind of bad. And then that's gonna take a little bit to do. Alright, so it wasn't the engine that was broken. However, we are running out of fuel. Hopefully, it will go into the engine before I actually breaks it. Okay, we got fuel again. So I'm not gonna repair this fully, because when I repair something fully, it will, or especially the engine, it's gonna empty my steam as you just saw it, so too bad I failed the speed boost there, but yeah. And when I repair, I also use up more fuel as well, which can be problematic in the beginning as well. And now we're coming up to radio towers soon. Ugh. Oh well. Now, my sails are kind of busted, so let's go and see if we can repair some of that. So I'm not going to repair this fully, because if I try to do that, we are going to miss a chance to do another speed boost. Ah, there we go. Nice. Alright then, so radio tower is interesting. On radio tower, we are going to get access to the radio, which technically doesn't do anything at all. Oh god, I need to refuel this badly. I didn't push in the button fully because we are gonna leave the vehicle right here and just go up. So the radio itself doesn't do, well, anything at all, except it plays music in certain parts of the game. And it also acts as a 50% fuel for the engine. So there has always been this meme in my channel with the hashtag save the radio. Let's see if we will be able to do that. I do believe I do have enough fuel on the ship to actually save the radio. And also I can just drop the radio through this wall, because why not? Now, as soon as we leave the station area, the music is gonna stop, but it's also gonna start again, and it will make sound on another place. It's gonna be really, really creepy sounds, but yeah. I feel like. So this segment of the game is gonna be a flat land of nothing else. We're gonna see one of the few animals in the game. In the beginning, we saw some seagulls. Now we're gonna see some, I think it's bisons. I'm not really quite sure. So when you play this casually, you can just have the sails out, and that will carry you to the end of this segment, but that's gonna be slow, so we're not gonna do that. Nothing else is gonna happen right now. Our ship has full health, we have some fuel, so also, oh yeah, right, I forgot, we have all of this stuff down here as well, so we do have enough fuel. Nice, this is gonna go fast. So good. So, if you have any donations to read, you can do that right now.
Yeah, we have a couple right here. We have $25 from Skites, who says, "Good luck on the run, Corewin from Luleå."
Ah.
And we also have a $10 donation from Anonymous with no comment. Thank you very much.
And here we have the one of the few times you actually see something living in this game, else everything else is dead. And the story in this game is kind of like, it's not really explained anywhere, but it seems like this is somewhere in the future, I would think, and the world has ended or something, and people fled to big machines of walkers. You have a grave at the start of the game. I do believe it's a grave, I'm not really sure, where I don't really know. I do believe it's the main character's father, or a father figure which took care of him. And then there's another character which we're gonna see also in the late game, which what we believe we've done some fears about is that this character's father and the character in the end, which we will not see because he's dead. And now I'm gonna bonk the sails because I forgot to unfurl them. I might have time for it. Ah, we bonked them. Oh well, too bad. It doesn't do much, but yeah. But anyway, the father figure and his friend now were inventors that invented these big vehicles. But my father left the guy, his partner, and focused on racing me or something. This story isn't really there. And now we have a fire on my ship again, which isn't the best, but we do have the repair module now, so it should be fine. And now we have the radio again, so just enjoy the music. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna ignore the fire for now because we have better things to do. So what I'm doing right now, I'm actually pulling the resupply module up there, so we're gonna need to get it down to the right so we can then equip it. And then we're gonna leave immediately. Alright, the resupply module is one of the best modules in the game. That means that I will no longer need to actually leave my vehicle to get things, which is amazing. So now this thing will suck it up. So I don't ever need to leave. So as soon as you get to this point, you're probably not gonna have any more problems when it comes to fuel. Now as you can see, I do have wind on my side. However, we're not gonna raise the sails because, well, for the first thing, wind is gonna go on the opposite side and go a little bit back and forth on this segment, as well as there is a thing up here which will bonk the sails, the Blue Islands thing. Now, on the ground there we do have the propane tank. Now, the propane tank is an interesting item which I'm gonna use to make a glitch. It's gonna save us 1 minute. That's one of the big frees I mentioned before, one of the big free skips. So I'm just gonna prepare for that. I'm also gonna try and repair my vehicle as well. And there we go, another speed boost. Oh, by the way, for everyone watching, I have never had a good name for my vehicle. I just call it vehicle, train. So if anyone can come up with a suggestion to what to call it. I know one streamer called it Chippy, which was kind of cute, I guess. So if anyone can have, like, giving me suggestions what to call it, because vehicle, train, is like, it's not good names for it. But I would like to have a name for this, and I speedrun this game for like maybe half a year now, if not longer, and I still don't have a good name for this. So I would really appreciate to have something good coming up. Nice, well, I'm just gonna go and repair my ship. I should actually go up and unfurl my sail as well to increase my minimum speed. And I must say, the music in this game is so good, by the way. Now, I mentioned before about the super speed boost, and that when I turn it on, the game gives it a number 1 to get a small boost in the beginning. That boost, that timing for the boost is different depending on how the ship behaves. I don't really fully understand it, and that's kind of annoying because it would be nice to actually have the super speed boost on how to do it. So if you're going uphill, the timing is different. If you're going downhill, the timing is different. So it's not just one timing for everything, which is sad for me. Okay, now, so this is windmill, and we have a fire. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore it. So what's supposed to happen here? Now I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna push that red button up there, and then I'm gonna go into that hamster wheel and turn it. In the meantime, the door will open down, and my vehicle will go away from me. Now, that's slow to do that, so we're just gonna like ignore this wall right here by having that one push us out and just skip all of that. This saves about a minute, which is kind of nice, And not to mention, we are currently burning as well, and the engine is burning, which is kind of bad, because if the engine is burning, it can kill us. Now, you're supposed to be stressed here because there is a tornado in the background, but yeah, we're just gonna be like long gone when that thing hits us, so it's fine. Ah, there we go. Oh, here we have another propane tank, which I'm also gonna use for another trick. I could just use a barrel because all large items should be working. However, I am a little bit worried right now because my engine is almost destroyed. And the button is pushed out as well, but we're going downhill, so it doesn't really matter much. I'm just gonna bonk my sails, that's gonna happen. Like, oh yeah, I made a jump. Alright, we're gonna bonk the sails, and then we're gonna bonk this wall. No fire, nice. I was a little bit slow up here now. So this is a submarine. What a submarine is doing over here, I have no idea. I do believe we are at the bottom of an ocean because we do have a lot of ships away back before I was at the bridge segment. So this big X thing in front of me is a really big item, and pushing that is really slow. So what we will do is we're gonna use this item to jump and drop it while I'm at the height of the jump. It's gonna look something like this. We should make this go super fast, and then I'm gonna go over it and go to the left. I'm sorry, right. So I need to have this with me, not because it goes faster pushing the item, because that's technically not the truth. I do bring this item with me because I do need to have an item pushed all the way to the right in order to trigger the next event to actually get me down here. So that's why I'm actually bringing this. Now we're coming up to one of the more scarier tricks in the game, and I should really push in this button, by the way, which is the mud skip. Now, you're supposed to get stuck in the mud up ahead, however, we don't want to do that. So by doing a regular super speed boost, we're gonna try and skip that. So I'm just gonna do that, and hopefully that's gonna be a good timing for it, because the timing on this is really difficult because it's kinda impossible to time, in my opinion. So now our wheels are damaged. That's fine. We're gonna ignore that for now, and now we're gonna succeed with our super speed boost. Yes, that saves a minute. So you're supposed to get stuck in the mud there and use the front hook and hook into that thing, and then you're gonna just drag yourself out of it. We don't do that because it's slow. So that saves about a minute as well. So we have gotten all the major skips. And I can't say we had really bad luck with the speed boost as well, so I do believe this is currently world record pace, by the way. I'm not kidding. This is one of my better runs I've done. So I'm just gonna, oh god, I don't want to fall out. I'm gonna put you there, and I'm gonna have that for later. So we're just gonna try and do another speed boost. I didn't get it. Oh well, not. It's fine though, we're almost at the next stop anyway, so while we are doing nothing else, we can repair this. And then I'm gonna go and refuel as well, because when you leave your vehicle, as we're gonna do soon, you do want to have fuel up in your ship. I should probably do this as well. Oh. Ah, fuck it, we're gonna do this. I did want to go up further though, but you do need to hit the brakes, else as it's leaning down, your ship is gonna go back. Right now I'm just gonna jump and go to the right. So if you have any donations, go for it.
Why, certainly. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous who says, I'm from America, but I love ESA. And they put their donation towards the incentive for fighting Jevil in Deltarune that's coming up tomorrow. So do remember that we have a number of bid wars and donation incentives going on. If you go to the ESA website and hit the donate button, you will find our tracker, where you can find a list of all the bid wars and incentives that you can put your money towards. We have 2 bid wars running for the game that's coming up right after this one, so make sure to get them in if you want to influence how that goes.
Alright, so here we have another generator. Works pretty much as the same, but it only have a barrel, or not a real barrel, it has a small item in front of it, so we don't need to bring another item to bring back a big one. And now we do have the resupply module as well, so we don't really care about that anymore. So here we have some of the more lore stuff going on. You see we built our future. You also see the factory in the background. Do have the symbol of the age and like a small thing underneath, like some wings. As I mentioned, the lore in this game is not really explained. It's kind of what you want it to be, more or less. And now we're just gonna go back. So also we're just gonna ram through all of this. So everything I just jumped on, all the pipes and stuff like that, we're just gonna remove all of that. However, I'm gonna be careful though, because on the last one, if I do have the speed boost going, which I might have if I'm not being careful, we are gonna go too fast for that to break, which will make it an immortal object, so we can't go past it, so it's gonna soft lock on us. We don't want that. That would be bad. So I'm just gonna do the first boost. If I get the first boost, then we're not gonna do the second one. I wouldn't do the second one either way because I don't want the soft lock. There are two places this can happen. So this is the first one, and we can have the other one up in a little while. Nice, we got it. So it's gonna look a little bit weird here now. So we're gonna remove the first one, and then we're just gonna bam right into that one, and then it's gonna go away. It looks kind of fun. Now we should be going slower now. Yeah, we do. So I'm just gonna push in this button again. So this object right there, if I'm going too fast, I'm gonna bug it, so we cannot go past that one, and that's really not good. We don't want that. And up ahead we do have this, no, not Sable, this is Boat Ride, as I want to call it, which is pretty much we're gonna propel this entire vehicle with my... Alright, we do have a fire going, so I'm just gonna put out the fire, because what we're gonna do now is gonna take some time before we actually go back. So now this is what we're gonna do for about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I'm just gonna hold right, there's nothing else gonna happen, we're just gonna go. So if you have anything more on the donation, just hit me.
Alright, let's see here. We have $10 from 8 Echo with no comment, but thank you very much.
Alright, so we are kind of coming up to a place where we're gonna switch out our wheels, because as you can see, they're missing a piece of my wheel, and that happened before when we're at the mud section. So what we're gonna do is gonna go over there and just switch out our wheels. Now, we do have some modules. We have the sail module, we have the repair module, we do have the resupply module. Don't ask me why all of these modules for my ship is spread out all over the world for me to just get and help me getting forward. And as well that there are a pair of wheels that matches this vehicle perfectly as well. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm not complaining because our wheels are indeed broken. And yeah. By the way, I can mention this like more times. The music in this game is just so good. The developers of this game is like really picked the great music for this game. Speaking of the developers, I must say though, developers have been really helpful with this game. This game is on Steam, and they did patch it because there are two patches to this game. You have the pre-patch and post-patch. Now I'm playing on the pre-patch, and in the post-patch they did remove the super speed boost because people were getting that randomly on runs, and it did affect the game world a little bit with the weather, so they decided to patch it out. However, trying to play a game on an older version is kind of annoying, so I talked to the developers about this, and they gave me like a code that I could add in for loan sales properties to actually switch between the current version and the older one, which is super cool of them, by the way. Just love it. And now we're gonna go. So I brought this with me. There is a reason for that, so I'm gonna stand here and hit these buttons. So normally, if I'm jumping too soon, I'm gonna have a lot of fall time, and then I need to jump up again. But standing on an item if I jump too soon, I don't have as much fall time and jump time again, which make it so I do save a little bit if I'm not doing this perfectly. So it's just like a quality of life thing. If I don't have it, it's gonna be like, okay, that's too bad. But if I do have the barrel with me, it's gonna be nice. Now there's also another reason for bringing this. Let's see if I can do it. I need to time it perfectly. Now I'm gonna get down there before my vehicle goes down. So what I'm gonna try to do is stand on the propane tank and jump into the vehicle. However, the resupply module do want to suck it up as well. Okay, I got it, nice. Oh, okay, the resupply module is full, so you couldn't take it. Okay, that's... Usually it gets sucked up, and if I'm standing on it, I'm just gonna go down to the ground, which is, yeah. But if I make it, it does save a little bit time, not much. I mean, I'm gonna get into vehicle maybe 1 second faster, so... Nice. So, up ahead, I mean, now we are in the swamp. There is a lot of water in the swamp, which doesn't affect us too much. It does affect us a little, because it's gonna be difficult to see when I get the boost. Because when you're in the water, the wheel spins quite fast. And when you get the super speed boost, your wheel spins really fast as well. So I failed that one too bad. So it's a little bit difficult to see that. Now, also we are coming up to, well, what I would like to call the sailboat. The sailboat is a place that I've seen some people that played it casually kind of get stuck on a little bit, because... Okay, we actually got it. Because you need to actually go up on top of this roof on your vehicle in order to trigger the wind. So as you can see now the wind turned on. The wind only turned on because I was actually up there. So if you don't go up there, the wind doesn't turn on, which has been making some people playing this casually kind of like, wait, what am I supposed to do? Alright, so we have everything repaired. We have everything going on as well. So I'm gonna need to pay attention to the background as well, because they're gonna come up 2 trees. I do have the 2 trees, yeah, so I'm just gonna put you there. I'm gonna go be prepared for this. So once those 2 trees in the background there is past me a little bit, I'm gonna turn on the engine. Now this is a timing, because I do want to do another speed boost as soon as possible. But I don't want to do the speed boost as soon as possible, because we do have a bonk coming up ahead as well, which do kind of stops the speed boost, and it's also kind of difficult to do it when your vehicle's going up and down like this. So we do want to go out to the flats, and do it like that. Now we're going fast again, which is kind of nice. We like going fast. Now, I also need to be careful now, because we are also coming up to one of the places I talked about earlier, which, if I'm going too fast, are gonna have consequences, because of it's gonna become an immortal object. Now, I did fail that one too bad, as you can see that I am losing a little bit of speed on the speed meter. So we have another big walker, as I would like to call him in the background. We are gonna go into one of these later as well, but that's gonna be until the end of the game. Oh, failed that one as well. Not too bad. This is like a segment that is kind of long, and if you don't have the speed boost, we are kind of going at half speed, so yeah, that's too bad. Oh well, not much to do about it. Now, I'm not gonna do another one because we are coming up to the place I talked about. However, we're gonna bonk and stop on it, and I do want to have some steam charged up for that, which I don't really have right now. So we're gonna bonk it. Okay, I did have enough. So I bonk it, and then I immediately hit the steam because I did have enough. And that will just brute force it open, which is kind of nice. So we can just pass through here. And now we have the most dreaded segment of this run. Alright, I'm just gonna do the speed boost first. Oh god. Okay, I didn't get the first one. I'm gonna leave the sails open for now because we are going a little bit slower. And actually, right now, as I feel the boost, I do want to go slower for a little bit while longer. Because up ahead is the hail segment, which is, yeah, you're gonna see. We're gonna take constant damage to all our systems. And just going fast through this, which we're gonna do right now, because I didn't get the second one. Okay, that's kinda bad. So we're gonna take constant damage from bombardment of hails, and yeah, this is not really the greatest. This can start fires, and it most likely will start a fire. Yeah, there we go. Okay, our hails are now on fire. Sails are now on fire, so we are gonna deal with that. But we did get the speed boost though, so it's not gonna be too difficult. Let's do some... I don't really need to do repairs. Let's just prepare for the bunker, because we're gonna go down here. And then we jump. Hopefully no fire. We are burning. Okay, that's actually really bad. God damn it. Alright then. So, we're gonna be gone for a while. And while we're gone, this is gonna take roughly 2-3 minutes. And while we're gone, our vehicle is gonna burn the entire time. Not the greatest. So, now we're gonna do some metal smithing. But first thing first, we're gonna do a little bit of a jump there to skip that. We need to bring this with us. We're gonna push this so it goes forward a little bit more. We're gonna go and pull this. It didn't... Oh, it worked. Okay, I was like, that felt weird. Now I'm just gonna stand on this button. So we're waiting now for the melted iron to go down into this, into the mold, and then we're gonna have the clamps. Clamp. There we go. And now I can push this, and obviously this is not hot anymore, so we can just take it with our bare hands. Obviously, it's like it's fine. It's fine. It's getting immediately chilled in that. Put that into the, well, the cogwheels in there, so we can use this elevator. And then we're gonna go up here and refuel this elevator. Now, this elevator isn't just for this platform I'm standing on right now, it's actually for a platform outside. It's gonna raise us up a little bit higher. So we're gonna take our ship over here, and then we're gonna go up on this elevator. But currently our vehicle is burning. It's not good, but we do have a lot of time to actually repair as well, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now, I'm just gonna turn on the engine immediately so we have that. Yeah, our system is like really busted right now. And I can't see if I make a video get up here. Nice. Now, when a system is burning, and oh, I didn't get the... I didn't put it out. Okay. When a system is burning and it is on really low health, it has a tendency to spread the fire to other systems as well. Oh god. I have no fuel in my engine either. Okay, this is not ideal, by the way, I'm just saying. It's gonna turn on the engines now as well. Okay, we did white out, as you saw on the engine or on the fuel. It did turn completely white. That turns off all my systems, as well as the resupply modules. We're gonna fix that so it's on, because else we're not gonna get any more fuel, and that would be bad. And I'm just gonna prepare for another speed boost. Nice, that's not bad at all. We have no wind right now, but we're soon gonna get wind. And we're also gonna get to the snow segment. I like the snow segment. The snow segment is nice. Uh-oh, I need to do... And we're gonna have wind when we're on top of this hill, by the way, so wind should turn on right about now. So I'm just gonna go and unfurl the sails. Now, I do need to warn people, we are coming up to a place now that it has a tendency to happen, which is kind of sad, but for everyone that's sitting in a dark room right now, I would suggest that you close your eyes, because we're gonna get the entire sky in the background. It's gonna turn bright white, and it's gonna be really sudden. So just putting that warning out there for people that It's gonna be white, and it's gonna happen really soon now. There we go. Ah. This is how we wake up in the morning, people. Now, we are having issues with fuel now, but just a little bit. We're gonna be fine. If I really need to, I can put those propane tanks at the bottom there on top of in my engine. However, that's gonna destroy the the refuel, and also it's gonna turn my engine on fire. It's not really the best strategies to do, but in a pinch, gotta do. Now, I have failed a few of these boosts, but we're gonna be fine, I guess. And also, we do have the radio. In case of an emergency, we always have the radio up here. I might actually need to use it. And we got that speed boost. That is really important as well. So, sadly, we don't have any fuel on the ship. So, oh yeah, we actually got some few stuff now. So, good for you, radio. You're gonna survive a little bit longer. So, I do want to succeed with an speed boost. There is a trick for that. It doesn't say much, but it's a fun trick. So, I do believe I got it. So, my wheels are spinning out of control right now, which is kind of nice. We do want that. Even though we're standing still, we're going so fast, and we're gonna push this truck out of the way. And that's just so good. Now, it's gonna be a bad place later if that happens. We're gonna jump 1, 2, and 3. That will open the door. And now we're gonna go up here, push this. And you remember I put a propane tank on a specific spot on my vehicle before. Now we're gonna come to one of the 2 places we're gonna have use for that. And this is actually the only button in the game where you can actually put an item in front of it and it will keep going in. I'm just gonna refuel before I hit this button. So as you can see in front of the ship down there at the entrance, that thing keeps spinning around. That's fine. That's perfectly normal. It haven't done that until now. Alright, and we are having a lot of emergency fuel / the propane tanks. Nice, we got that one as well. So we're coming up to train station. Train station is a fun place where we're gonna go slow. But that's normal, you can't really do anything about it, so... Now... I do believe I pressed in that button for a little bit too long, but it seems to be working. Yeah, it worked, okay. So as I mentioned, the timing for the speed boost is different depending on a lot of factors, which makes it a little bit difficult to actually manage to do the speed boost. We are getting a little bit slow here, so... Okay, I got this one. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, by the way. So we're gonna bonk this. No fire. Alright then. So what I'm supposed to do right now is to hook this one onto... Hook this one? There we go. Onto this one. And then we are going to keep jumping here to dry it. Now, if I did have the super speed boost on right now, the wheels would spin out of control and actually help me push a little bit. Sadly, I didn't get the last one there, so we're gonna go a little bit slower, but it's not by much, so we don't lose anything. So I'm just gonna keep jumping here for a little while, so if you do have any donations, please go ahead.
Why, of course. We have a $5 donation from Anonymous, who put their donation towards the bid war of the fate of the rebels for the upcoming LEGO Star Wars run, which actually tied up that particular bid war. So if you want to decide what's going to happen with the rebels, if we're going to kill them or if we're going to spare them in LEGO Star Wars, then make sure to get your donations in. And to remind you, we also have a bid war for which Death Star is going to be blown up there, either the one from episode 4 or episode 6. So if you have strong opinions one way or the other, which Death Star is the better one, then by all means get your donations for that in. And we also have a $50 donation from Anonymous, who says, ESA is always a pleasure to watch. Keep up the good work. Choo choo!
Nice. Alright, oh no, I did a mistake there. I actually repaired my engine, so I lost all my steam, so I couldn't do the boost here. That's gonna lose a little bit of time. That's a little bit too bad, but it's like, it's fine. It's not much time we're gonna lose, it's just a little bit. Paying too much attention to the donation, just repairing. Alright, so we are coming up now to our walker. So now I did mention before we're gonna enter our walker, and this is my favorite segment of the game. There's so many cool things you can do in this place. But first thing first, we need to get there, and by going there we're gonna need to go fast. And I don't want to go too fast because we might actually bug the wheels again. So I'm gonna go safe. I'm gonna go safe. I'm not gonna risk it, because if I fail it and get the boost, and yeah, that might lose a lot of time. So I'm gonna unfurl the sails. We did still bump the sails, though. That's too bad. We are having enough speed, I guess, to actually reach the end here. So. And I do need to stay on that button for a little while. Right, so as I mentioned, as you saw on the elevator before, when I actually bugged the wheels to just spin out of control, if I did that here, I'm actually supposed to push my vehicle to the left. Now, the problem is, if my vehicles are, or my wheels are currently glitched out and keep spinning, we can't do that for obvious reasons, because my character is not stronger than the full power of my vehicle. So then we need to keep pulling until the bug runs out, which is not really what we want to do. Now, we do need to actually get this walker up and running. So we're gonna take the help of this barrel. Now, this barrel is not gonna help us much, but it is gonna save us maybe 15 seconds, and they're gonna do a trick that saves about 1 second. So I'm gonna fall down, drop it, go forward, land on it, and then just keep jumping over that. If you play this casually, you're supposed to actually go to the left here, get another barrel, and go back and jump on top of it. But we bring our own barrels, so we don't need to do that. And by falling like that, it means that I can actually land on it, and then go up instead of landing, drop it, and then jump onto that. Like that. Alright, and here we have the other character I mentioned before, the dead guy. Something Hendrickson, I don't remember his name, and we do have some of the pictures in the back here as well. And on this picture right behind me right now is actually a picture of the vehicle I'm driving, which is currently a prototype if I'm not mistaken, and this is the prototype 2, if you do read the text underneath them. And then you also have the prototype of the walker, and then you have the walker that we're currently on, which I would assume is the one we're currently on. So now we're just waiting for the vehicle to break down. It will break down, sadly it will. And it will break down after this couple of tunes. Alright, so it's now burning. We don't like this to be burning, so we need to fix it. So let's fix it. First we need to put out the fire. There's no fire extinguisher on this walker, which is, in my opinion, a design flaw. So we're gonna need to bring our own vehicle. However, there are some things in the way. So we're gonna go here and just press this button as soon as we hit that. We're gonna push in this button the minimum amount we need, because we just need to go a little bit more forward in order to reach with the water. I thought I had it. So I have died here a couple of times actually, because I thought I was done and it wasn't done, and I jumped into the fire. And if you die, you are respawning in your bed on the top room there. Oh god, can I? Yes, I got it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get this, and let's play a little bit. Bam. Now, we are supposed to go down there later, and that barrel is gonna be there for, well, a fun thing we're gonna do. So, if you remember when we were at Submarine, there was a glitch. Well, not really a glitch, but pushing these big boxes is slow. In order to counter it on the submarine, we do bring an item that we can push, and we can also jump to make it go faster. Now, the problem is, on the next place we're going to go, we can't jump because we're gonna jump over it. If we're jumping over it, we're not pushing it, obviously. So, there is a thing you can do. Now, pushing the big objects is slow. Pushing a small object is faster. So what we will do, we're gonna bring an item with us, which in this case is the barrel. And then we're gonna make that one push. We're gonna drop it behind the big item and then push that small item into the big item, which will make it go faster forward. Because obviously that's gonna go faster instead of just pushing the big item. So I do need to have the hook with me so we can go and hook it. Okay, once I actually released my item too soon, which actually made it so it went back up again and it was forced to go up. That made me sad because I had a really good time and I lost my world record by, I think it was like 15 seconds, and going up here is like maybe 20 seconds, so that made me a little bit sad. We're gonna do that and push it up. Now, there is a thing that can happen here is when this item goes up, it should come up really soon now, it has a tendency to go down again and then get stuck. So, oh god, that's, you know, that's wasn't the best thing. It kind of did its own thing now, which is kind of sad. But yeah, it has a tendency to do that. It happens once every 10th run or so, 15 run maybe. It's kind of rare, but it do happen from time to time. I did lose a world record to that glitch or that problem as well. It made me sad. So we are nearing the end of the game, and now something has happened to Jeep. I don't know why this happens, but our steam meter is bugged. It's gonna charge up at a double speed, which is both a blessing and a curse in my opinion. As you can see, it's already halfway up, so I can just let it go out all the way and we can see how... Look, my button isn't even out yet and already it's so this is gonna be bugged for the rest of the game. I'm not sure why this happens. I do believe it's something to do when you raise the vehicle up onto the platform. This bug is... oh god, we're actually burning. This is fine though, because we're not gonna do anything for a little while now. We're gonna wait for this walker to do its walking animation, bring us to the volcano. Now, some people might say, wait, you're going to a volcano? Isn't that dangerous? Well, yes it is. We're gonna go so fast, we're just gonna skip the volcano, so it's fine. And also, once you're past a certain spot, the volcano doesn't deal damage to you anymore, so it's like, okay. Right, I do need to pay attention to the outside here now. So you can see the volcano in the background, actually. Now, here we have the platform that we're gonna go on to, so I'm just gonna turn on my vehicle right about now. So, this is the last spurt, and as you might remember, I did mention the big freeze, right? Oh yeah, right, I'm supposed to hit the steam. Blessing and a curse, am I right? Always forget it. Now, I did mention the big freeze, right? And we are gonna go to a place now where we're gonna have use of the last of the big freeze. Now, the big freeze is technically just a regular super speed boost once again, but we're gonna do it at a specific time. I actually forgot the steam again because I'm not a smart man. Forgetting it once, okay. Forgetting it 2 times in a row, Corwin, what are you doing? So I didn't have enough steam there for a boost. That's not the big issue. Even though the volcano is erupting in the background, but don't think about it. Everything is fine. I'm just gonna raise the sail. Alright, so this time I didn't forget the steam, so we're gonna have a much easier time to actually do this boost now. Alrighty then, let's see now. I'm gonna need to pay attention now to the background. I actually push this button in once again here. Oh god, usually I don't see this fog. I can hit the steam once again then. And I can't see much now, but we are supposed to do a speed boost right about now. Hopefully I did get it. I do get some lag now. I do believe I got it, hopefully. Let's do... I didn't have anything on it. We are supposed to get broken here now and ripped into 2 pieces, and oh god, we didn't get the boost. That's too bad. Alright then, so now our vehicle is broken, and what I want to see is to have my wheels spinning really fast, and we will skip all of this. We just go super fast all of this, because now we're gonna have a windsurfing section of the game. This is one of the big free skips. This skips also saves about a minute, roughly a minute. So we are getting to the end of the game. I do believe it's like maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes left of the run. And also you're gonna see that we're gonna pick up some speed right about here. This is called the rock skip. Now, even if I fail the speed boost, I do actually want to go past that rock in the background, because else we're gonna go super slow. So now I need to stop pushing the button as soon as we're hitting the ground, because if I hit too much on the ground, we're gonna go slow, but if I don't push in the button, we won't go forward. So I do need to find a good balance. Now, if I did have my... The dream is to have the wheel spinning here. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm hitting the ground or not, because we're gonna go so fast anyway, it doesn't really matter. Sadly, we didn't get it, so... We need to go slow here now, so... And we do see in the background a lot of other vehicles as well. Now, this might have some significance to the story, I don't know what, but I do believe other peoples have made a similar journey as we have to reach the ocean. Now, I'm not sure why they want to reach the ocean, or what's left of it, because where we were before we had submarines and everything. So story-wise, I don't really know much, but yeah, we are getting to the end of the game. I'm gonna put this box up into this one, and as soon as I hit the button here, I'm gonna boom, time. So I see my time was 1 hour and 33 seconds. That's not bad at all. I was hoping to get under 1 hour, but this is roughly 4 minutes behind my world record. And I must say, this run wasn't too bad. I did fail the super speed boost in the end there, but yeah. So this was Far Loan Sales. If you want to start speedrunning this game, we do have, like, I would recommend go to speedrun.com/farloansales and look up the Discord channel, and if you have any questions for me, I'm more than happy to answer that. So that's it, I'm done.
it's finished? Okay. Hello, it's Barbie X Edge here at ESA in Växjö. You just watched FAR Loan Sales 80%. That was a really, really cool run. I've actually never seen that game before, but I mean, it was really aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, and it had some really good music. Soundtrack was awesome. The next game coming up is Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and right now there's still some donation bid wars going on for that game. So if you want to change the way the story goes and how the Death Star at the end ends, and rebels, sparing the rebels or killing the rebels. So yeah, we have that. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the charity that we're working with today and raising money for, Save the Children. They work in over 120 countries, including Sweden, where we are here now. And even a little donation goes a long way. You're helping children with illnesses and disease. So in short, you're saving lives. It's really amazing what Save the Children is doing. Let's see here. I just want to give a shout out to our partners. Växjö Kommun, thank you so much. And Elgato has set up some streaming stations here that are really cool. So people have been using those to stream live here from the event. So yeah, it's really awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's coming up next. You don't want to miss that for all you Lego fans out there. This is going to be a really cool run. So stay tuned, and good luck to the runners. Thank you.
catching up.